Hi Teaquilters, today is I think April 20th, 2020, and it's 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching this video at any other time, just know that it's an upload of a live chat. So, I'm late running in here because I had to find my phone. I forgot. I'm trying to use every minute today that I can get, so let's see. Pull this up on my phone. See, I don't even have the sewing machine on, nor the fan. All right, so I hope everybody had a great weekend. Get my water cup out the way. Got it closed so it doesn't spill. We're still working on the pineapple blocks, of course, by the title of this video. We've got Sharice Fofi here, says, online teaching. Hello, everyone. Wow. I think that had to be hard for people to transition to that didn't have the lesson plans already set up. Vicki Lemire is here. Hi, Vicki. Lisa Peg is here, says, hey, T, good to see you. Thank you for coming, Lisa. Claudette Bettis is here, says, hello, T, and everyone. And Jennifer Mazar says, hi, T, caught you live. And we're just, I don't have any agenda other than we're going to continue to sew on these pineapple blocks. We left off last time at this point where we had 4 complete rounds, which is really 8 rounds because I've got 3 rounds of white and 3 rounds of color. So that's like 6 rounds total. We got to add 1 more round of white and color, and then our corner points needs to be added, like the block back there. So I'm hoping I can get through that today. I will be trying to chat with you all as well, so let me know what you all are working on today. This daytime video was requested by Doris O, so I did one last Monday, and I thought I'd do 1 more at least. Hoping that I can get these 6 blocks finished today, and then next time we come on, maybe Saturday evening, I'll have them laid out on my design wall, how I want to sew them into a quilt top, and then we'll get that part done. I haven't decided yet on the borders though. LaConte Middleton says hello, hi, welcome. Vicki Lemire says, we've been married 41 years today. Well, happy anniversary. That is awesome. You don't hear those numbers too much. Doris O is here saying, hello, everyone. Thanks, T, for making this possible. You're welcome. So I am actually in the process of machine quilting a customer's quilt, so that's another reason I came sliding in here. It's being custom quilted, so it takes a little bit more paying attention to. So I have been recording some videos of some of the things that you can do on the Butler, so I just need to start editing those now, which I have not sat in my chair since last Wednesday night, in my office chair. Since last Wednesday when I sent confirmations for people blocks arriving. It's just pretty busy over here right now. And then of course with adding 2 additional lives that are 2 hours a piece, so that took time too. So, but it's just super busy. I am thinking that I'm not going to do any more blocks. I'm not going to make more with this particular fabric. I'll probably cut some out and make a different style maybe. We'll see. We'll see how long I do the extra lives, the sewing chats. tend to make everything big. And so I'm thinking, you know, I don't need to have everything big just to get my point across. Maybe if I make a few smaller ones and do different block layouts, it might make for an interesting lecture or something. Who knows? We'll see. I get bored pretty easily. Gonna sew a couple of pieces on this set, and then I'll go back to reading comments. I know some more of you all have come into the room. I'll get to your comments. The white rounds are easy to put on because I don't have to worry about, have I used this fabric yet? It's all the same background fabric, so it doesn't matter. Maybe on the next one I'll do different fabrics in the background. We're on block number 3 of 6, getting the second piece. So I'll sew 3 more pieces and then I'll read the comments. I don't even know if you all can hear me. Can you hear me this time? This is craziness. Oh, you can hear me. See, this is really weird because I rebooted everything before I came in. And I'm sitting on a frozen screen. And at one point before I had an update, it would ask me if it wanted me to reconnect my streaming, but it doesn't do that anymore. And it's just sitting here on the screen. Let me see if I can. I know if I close it out, we're going to lose everybody, so I may have to. Okay, it's saying that it resumed. So hopefully you all can, we're all back now. For some reason, it just shut itself down and came back. Technology is a mess. Thank you to the 3 people that's already hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I rebooted my phone and my iPad. So I have no idea what that's about. And we've got a long way to go. We just started. I should be running out of a bobbin today. I put in a fresh bobbin, I guess. I must have, because we sewed pretty far last time without changing out a bobbin, and the bobbin on this machine is not very big. So let's see who else is coming to the chat room. Let's see. If your screen is still frozen, go ahead and hit the refresh button. Kim Burris is here. Hi, Kim. Welcome back. It's spooling on my phone. This stuff just scares me because I rebooted both of these. So I think it's just because everybody is home and more people are on the internet right now. I think that's what my problem is. And happy anniversary to you and your husband too, Lisa. Vicky says she told her kids she wanted prime rib and they laughed. I don't know where you're going to get that from. Not pre-cooked anyway. Let's see. Lucky Sinclair is here, says, greeting Teaquilts family. Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much for letting me know. Cheryl Clute is here. Hi, Cheryl. She says, good afternoon. Cheryl Land is here. She says, there you are. You got Frankenshire added onto your name now? Is that something new? And Vicky is like, hey kids, get off the computers. Mama's want it now. Yeah, I think it's I'm on Facebook and I see a lot of people are DJing on Facebook, having line dance classes on Facebook. What else have I seen? People cooking on Facebook. So everybody is just using all the social media and they're trying to limit the lines. I don't know how they do. I know they just reduce our bandwidth, but I don't know how they say who gets what. Rose Swalls is here. Hi, Rose. And then Cheryl says all the kids doing school too. That's right, because we had, who was that up at the beginning that's a teacher? Sharice. She's teaching online. Yeah. So it's a lot going on. Vicky said I was joking about the internet. All of it is true though. Yes. So hopefully you all have a project that you all are sewing on as well. Gonna put the 2 remaining background rounds on and then we'll press them. Somebody asked me what was this on the last video and I haven't had a chance to answer. I actually wrote the company when you all asked me last Monday and I have not heard anything back from them. I just sent this company that I had a business card for. I thought maybe they made it and I asked them if they had made it, but they never responded back and said yes or no. So maybe they didn't make it. So I have no idea. But I went through my business cards trying to find it. But no response. And you never know during a pandemic if something has happened to them. I'm sure their business is not open because it's not essential. But you would think that they would get their email still. But you never know if something could have happened. So I don't take any judgment on them not responding. It's a lot more things more important going on right now. I finished my quilt too. Got the binding on, stayed up most of the night and did it. I've been up most of the night sewing and quilting. I'm still in my pajamas. I got up, brushed my teeth, washed my face, and went right back to quilting that quilt because it was custom. It just took forever. That's why I see why people don't like to do custom. Takes too long. I spent all day yesterday, up most of the night. And it wasn't that it's not even a big quilt, but when you start custom quilting stuff, even with computerized, it's got to do all these jump stitches. And so all of that takes time for all these tie-offs, and then sometimes it would move to the next area, and other times it was waiting for me to tell it to move. So custom quilting is a headache. So I've done 2 custom quilting for customers, and I haven't even done any for myself. Most of my stuff, I'm just trying to reduce my numbers right now. I'm pulling out the stuff that I don't really care about as much. That can take an all over design just because I want to get my list shortened. My list has about 180 works in progress, and I might have of that 50 quilt tops, you know. So yeah, but a lot of it is because I teach classes, and soon as I finish one of the UFOs, somebody will ask me to teach that class again. So then I have to start over making samples again. So, and I put them on a list, even if it's for class teaching, just so I can keep track of stuff. So we're putting the 4th one on. And then I'll go back to reading. You said you think they were made by Sawyer Creek? Okay. Let me go to my desk and get the card that I used and see. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that's who I thought it was too, and that's who I contacted, was Sawyer Creek. And I didn't get any response. I wrote when you go to their website and they say contact us, you actually contact Rich. And I know he has a wife with him, his wife with him as well. And nobody has responded to the email that I sent, but I could have sworn it was from them because I tend to keep business cards of places that I purchased from. And I think when I even did my haul, whichever show that was, because I can't remember, I bought 2 of them and I actually gave one away. And I even gave that person a card. But I've gone to their website and emailed. I also checked to make sure it was the same number here. So maybe I'll call them and see if it's a cell number on this business card. Maybe I'll call just to make sure. Because I've had so many people asking me about it. I can't even remember what I paid for it. I just thought it was pretty and different. And then trying to support small business as well. And I actually like it now that I have it. And I know they got other accessories that go with it too. just a couple more lights. And then let me put this card in the drawer at least, because it's out of place now. It's not in this position. Don't want it to get lost. And then I probably forget that I put it there. You know how we have these special places we put stuff and then we forget. Okay, I think I'm about to air sew. I think I may have made that seam. Yep, just barely. It was so little when I cut it, I lost the tail. And I got my small screwdrivers over there by my long arm because I was using it. I would like to get in there and get that tail out. I have nothing. This one's too big to probably open it. See, I can't get there. Trying to see if I got anything else in here that'll work. That's a Phillips. Don't want that. Oh well. I'll sew and see if it tangles up. The tail's in there because it sure didn't come out. I'll be leaving you guys again. Okay. One more seam here. And I think we have, yes, I have to make sure that first one has it. I looked up this morning. I've been going from room to room doing this, doing that. I looked up, I had a light on in like 5 different rooms. I had to go back and cut all that stuff out. I'm like, girl, what's wrong with you? Just cutting on lights. See what you guys are talking about. Vicky says hello T. Vicky Robles says hello T and all my friends here. I hope everyone is well and sewing up a storm, but don't know how as I see everyone on these live feeds laughing out loud. I think a lot of us are up more than we're sleeping because I think we're all having hard time sleeping because I come in middle of the night and do something and I see somebody liking this or doing that. And it's like, I think a lot of us are having a hard time. Yeah, it's in, she was saying down around Columbia, Missouri. They're in, I saw it online. It was like Roswell or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, but I did. I'm going to call them and see if, you know, make sure everything's okay anyway. But see if they answer the phone when I call. Terry is here. Hi, Terry says good morning. And Vicky says she thinks she's watching over all of us. Slowing down Joyce here says good morning. Can only stay for a bit. Thank you so much for popping in. Vicky says I'm going to start a handbag for a girlfriend's birthday. That'll be a really nice gift. Kim says, I'm going to work on hand piecing. My back is protesting against movement today. You know, I had my side hurting yesterday, and I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if I slept on something wrong in the bed or maybe I had my hand or something under it. But it hurt all yesterday. So I took a leave, and then I got up this morning, and it was starting just to tickle a little bit. So I took another leave today, but I only took one yesterday and one today. So I'm hoping it wasn't as bad, but I didn't let it get that bad because I know I got a full day today. I don't have time for that. So I hope you feel better, Kim. And Vicky said, my back is killing me too. Not much sleep. Vicky says that she enjoys all of you so much and love hearing everyone's accomplishments. Makes me feel like I have done a lot through you. Exactly. Carrie Dottie is here. Says, hi, T and everyone from Corpus Christi, Texas. Hello, welcome. Kim says, I have a rail fence quilt top started on my table, but I'm taking a break today. I just quilted a scrappy rail fence string quilt. I threw my back out. I'm thinking, she said, about a week ago. And boy, I still hurt most of the time, just not as bad. Vicky's husband telling her that her life is a break. That's pretty funny. Carrie says, it seems like forever since I've been on here. I miss everyone. Well, welcome back. We've been here. I know sometimes on Wednesday nights it's not convenient for everybody, especially all over the country. So that's why we're doing some different times as well. Rose says she do that with lights only on purpose on dark, dreary days. And it's like I couldn't even believe when I went to go get some water and I had the light on in my living room, had the light on in the bedroom, had the light on in the bathroom, the light on in here. And it was another one in my back area, in my dining room, right off the kitchen. It's like everywhere you go, you're leaving lights on. What's wrong with you? Cheryl says, I had to order more black fabric. No one had anything around here. There seems to be a run on Kona solids. Wow. And you know, I had another girl in our quilt guild came into our quilt guild group asking where she could get solid fabrics from. And she wanted to know what one of our local stores have that are shipping fabrics. Lisa says, I'm making my last 4 masks and I'm going to finish the casserole carriers I started. Then I'm going to start a new quilt. You know, I seem like I can't get away from these masks. I think I have about 6 or 7 that I need to make. And then my niece come asking me today, her mother-in-law saw hers, the one I made with the bugs and bees, bumblebees. Her mother-in-law wants 4. I'm like, I don't even like making these things. I don't know. So I guess I told her that I would make her one. I'm buffering on my cell phone, just so you all know. I told her I would make them, but I wouldn't start till like Friday or Saturday or something. I can't. I just can't. I don't see that in my future right now. I want to quilt quilts. I need to edit some videos. That's what I need to do. I think I got 4 videos now to be edited. I looked at my, thinking of videos, I looked at my YouTube revenue for the month of April, and it's not where it's supposed to be. So I think a lot of advertisers now are pulling from YouTube, so it's not there's not many ad revenues out there. So ad revenue is down, which I don't care right now. I don't care. I haven't purchased anything quilting related either. I purchased the mass Filty fabrics, and then I also purchased that Gemini that I told you all I found, Gemini Junior, that I found on Facebook. But I have not been spending any money. Otherwise, I haven't been online. It's funny because I'm an online shopper, and since we've been in this pandemic, I have not done the shopping. And one of the reasons is because the majority of my orders come from Amazon, and I'm an Amazon Prime member, of course. If you're ordering from Amazon continuously, it's just cheaper for shipping. And then they said that their shipping rate was not, their shipping days were going to be extended. And I haven't even looked to see what extended is. I have not ordered one thing from Amazon since they extended the shipping times. And I noticed that some of the companies like UPS and Amazon, if it's shipping from Amazon from another area, it's not in your area, they are, Amazon themselves are shipping via UPS to get it to your local United States Postal Service, and then having them deliver instead of Amazon delivering. So I thought that was pretty weird too. People are having that issue. I mailed something to Havana, Illinois, which is about a 2-hour drive. I mailed it last Sunday. She just received it today. I said we could have had lunch under different circumstances quicker than the mail got that there. So our mail system is really delayed. It is in our area. I don't know about other areas, but it is in my area. All right, so now we're adding color pieces on. And I got to make sure that I haven't used it before. Trying not to get repeats, but it may happen. One block's already been deemed a repeater. Take this one off so I can press all the whites. And they get pretty big fast, seems like. Vicky says we got hit in a car. She was going 85 miles per hour and totaled us. That's why I have a bad back. Oh my gosh, that is horrible. I really hope you feel better. I hope you all are okay. And that's the thing about car accidents, is sometimes you know you're hurt, and other times you don't know you're hurt until a few days later when the whiplash sets in. Oh my goodness, I know I missed some stuff. Okay. We'll sew a little bit and then I'll go back and look in the chat. I saw Vicky's comment talking about I'm funny, AT. They get big and then I have nowhere to put them. They're getting so big now I can't put my other end down until I sew about 1 inch. So we're on the last pineapple pieces per se. Then we'll just be doing the corners. Just picked up 3 pieces that were already included in this block. See what else interesting has been happening. Nothing much for me because I haven't been out the house. Let's see. Vicky Robles says she has me at the highest sound quality and I can barely hear you. I knew you had all the lights on as I checked your meter. It was spinning so fast. Carrie says, I work at Heirloom Elegance, a local fantastic, if I do say so myself, quilt shop. That's pretty cool. I don't know how you bring home any money though, because I would spend all my money at the quilt shop if I worked for one. Cheryl says she's ordered from the Fat Quarter shop. Hi Sin. Sin's here, says hi T and everyone. And Carrie says, wow, that's a lot of lights. Let's see. Let me go back because I think I missed something. Oh, she was talking about when I left my lights on. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Lisa says, I'm making, oh, she's making her last 4. And Vicky Robles was asking her which pattern was she using. And she's using Donna Jordan's pattern, but I'm placing 2 polypropylene liners in each. Hate making the ties, take too long. Yeah, the ties do take a while because of pressing. And I like sewing the ties on though better than I do sewing on the corners of the elastic. And I don't have to worry about tucking in an edge that I got to tuck in because the ties are going over it. I do like the comfort of the ties better than the elastic. And the fact that I don't have to have anything else to keep the elastic off my ears, like buttons on a headband or another piece I got to buy from somebody, or a paper clip in my hair, which I don't want paper clip in my hair to pull my hair out. So yeah, but the ties work very well. Rheumatoid arthritis is the pit. I see my hubby feel the pain. He gets infusion treatments every 6 weeks. Yes, my mom has that too, so it's not a good thing. We got Cynthia Shade here saying good afternoon to all from Chicago. Hi Cynthia, welcome. Tell us what you're working on. And Kim is reminding everybody to thumbs up. Thank you so much, Kim. Carrie says, oops, and we almost cleaned out all of our solids. Yes, I don't know what's going on with the solids. Like, what are people working on? Maybe it's some sew-alongs out there or some projects they had that were solids that they just haven't done. Cheryl says, I just finished a mask for my family. Now the guild is asking for some for county office and a different style. Yeah, that's the thing too when you have people requesting different kind. I just want to make what I like to make or not like to make because I don't like making any of them for real. But I definitely want to try to make it so that it's I feel like mine's with the filter or polypropylene in it, because when I do them for people and I'm giving them away, I just put 1 liner in it. But for me and my husband, I put 2 in ours too. I saw where someone said that they put 2 polypropylenes in theirs. I put 1 polypropylene and 1 Quilting filter. So I've been doubling mine up too. Because if you're telling me that these are 70 to 80% effective, well, let's make it even more effective. Even if it's just increasing it 2%. That's 2% I might need. So yes, I agree with, you know, more layers, but if I'm donating, I can't afford all of that product. So, but I will make, hopefully I'll make some and get them all done this weekend, and people will forget that I make masks at some point, like really soon. I just touched 5 pieces and I've used them all. I don't have too many pieces left, so yeah. I think I got 2 extra pieces cut in this size. Okay. Just want to take this one off so I know what's on there. Have all the teals. Joann's here is out of muslin and black solids and whites. Goodness gracious. Put this one on. Keep forgetting I can't put it on here until I sew down a little bit. Can't put it on top because then I'll mess up my other pieces. 1, 2, 3. This has been used. This one has not. And Cherie says, I know my electric bill would be high too. I had, before my bill even came, I pay my bills through bill pay on, I'm with US Bank. And so I went through there and paid all my bills electronically, and I didn't have the bills yet. I think I sent them $100, and when it came, it was like $123 or something. But I also have my, most of my juice is ran through electricity. So it's not really high for this time of the year. It's because it's also taking part of my gas bill with the smart furnace and stuff. Because my gas bill will be pretty low. Trying to make sure we're getting on our second pieces on the teal, and then we got to do the green, and then it's just corners. Getting closer. I know I probably have missed some of these comments. Let me see if I can go back a little bit. Hold on. Vicky says, I haven't ordered from Amazon in a long time, and now I won't as they raised their prices on batting and Pellon. Wow. See, I haven't even looked. I kind of figured, you know, my local grocery store has increased their prices. So I kind of figured that Amazon was going to go up, and it's all about supply and demand, which you can figure out it's going to happen because so many people want stuff. And I'm sure that every time they've gotten toilet paper or Lysol in stock, I'm sure that sold right out if they ever got any. Because that's hard to get in the local stores. I haven't even seen it. My sister had to go to across town to get me toilet paper. That was really nice of her. I appreciate it. Because every time I went to the local store, they were out of it. And then if they did have it, they only had like so much, and then it was sold out in like 10 minutes. So if you weren't in the store when they brought the pallets out, they didn't even get them to the shelves. It was just gone. Stuff is just sold out. And the funny thing is, even before this pandemic, I had been going to the Dollar Tree, the dollar stores, trying to find hand sanitizer and never could find it. So that's weird. And I went to 2 of them in my area. I have been looking ever since January. So people started buying stuff early. I think that's all the teals. They're got 4 on all the edges. And we are now working on the greens. Yep, because I got 2 pieces left. So it's got to be right. I can put those up. Pull out the greens. I got this phone so I can see some of it. Hey, Peggy O'Connor. Looks like you're almost there, T. Yeah, I'm trying. It's a struggle. Anybody order from Thousands of Bolts? I used to order from them a long time ago when I was like building my stash, but ever since I've kind of had my stash, I haven't anymore. I really liked them when I ordered from them, but I haven't done so recently. Plus, more people have taken up the hobby of sewing lately. I think people have taken up all crafts because it seems like a lot of people are doing paper crafting too. Losing my voice, my sinuses. I have one of those, I don't know what the tree is that bloom those whitish, pinkish looking flowers. I got a neighbor that's diagonally across from me that has that tree, and it just blows this direction, so just opening the door is enough. Alright, so we're at this point ready for the final green pieces. Whew, we're getting there. Kelly says you can make your own out of stiff paper, or you're a member of Teaquilts LLC on Facebook. I'll post a link to a short video. Is she talking about patterns for mask, or let me see. You guys are awesome, making me smile. That's from Lisa. I don't know if it's Mary Williams. Hi T, I'm out here in Oregon in time to start working on my yard. I hope all is well with you and your family. I have 4 quilt tops done, and I have plenty peace and quiet time to sew. Awesome. So now she's going to get out and do her yard stuff. Do you grow vegetables too? Lisa says, tried to order bias tape maker, but would have been May 8th before delivery. Would have made such a difference. I missed a whole lot of stuff. Kelly A is here, says, hello everyone, taking a short break from work to get a bite to eat and tune in here for a bit. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with us. I'm sure I've missed some of you guys' comments. Sorry about that if I did. I got my phone sitting up here and it's just scrolling. So, Peggy says, I found a gift bag from last summer, and then my screen jumped again. Okay. From Bath and Body today. It has hand sanitizer in it. Whoop whoop. I did find some because one Christmas I was going to make my family hand sanitizer and a little small Kleenex holder, and I didn't get around to making them, and I had some of the hand sanitizer in that, so that did help a lot. Let me take this one off since I'm now doing green. This one was my last teal. So it's all, I felt the same way, Peggy, when I saw that. And I purposely went looking for it because it dawned on me that I might have some. And I did. So I feel a whole lot better now knowing that I won't completely run out because all I had was a small one in my car. So, yes. It's awesome when you find some hand sanitizer at home. And I used to have so much of it, and then I stopped buying it, and now I'm back looking for it. And even the retreat that I had with Teaquilts from 2 years ago, I had bought some and thought I had extra, but I haven't found any of that. So I must be dreaming about that one. Won't work. This one will. Kelly is asking Vicki Robles, could you share that video on Teaquilt's Facebook page? Rose says, Sharice, I've ordered several times from Thousands of Bolts. I've always had good results. And Peggy says they're crabapple trees. Okay. So, honey, when them flowers start blowing, and it looks so beautiful. I would want one in my yard. It's so pretty. Darso says, I need to buy a printer. Which ones would you recommend? I need a printer myself. I have an Epson Workforce. That's what I tend to buy for my inkjet printers. I need a new printer right now because mine's, I've had it, I think I got it in 2015 when I retired because I redid my office equipment at that time. I got a new desktop computer and a new printer, and probably right about now I need a new desktop computer just because it's just old. So yep, I'm not gonna worry about that one right now. I've been just using my laser printer, which it's more expensive to print on a laser printer, but that's what I've been using. So, and my laser printer is an automatic duplex, which drives me crazy. I have to go flip the pages myself if I want to, and most times I just go ahead and waste 2 pieces of paper because I don't feel like being bothered with it. I just used one of those. So yes, but that's what I tend to buy. Not that they're the best printer. I just like them because it's it also lets me fax and copy, which most of them will do now. But I was just an Epson printer girl before. It's back here. Talk about stop progress. I think we have all pieces with at least one green. Now we're on to the second set of green. Let me just see if they'll hold up here for a minute. It may not work. Vibration may knock them down. Cherie says she's going to start with a small order. I think Kelly is talking about bias tape. I put a video in Teaquilts about somebody making bias tape with one of the makers. But stuff is taking longer to get to places now. So okay, we got all our green pieces on that one. We'll pull this one back. Hey, Tiffany. Yeah, I think we were talking Saturday night about the lady that made the real funny video on the mask. I did put that link in Teaquilts overnight, sometime in the middle of the night, since I was up. So if you missed it, go look at that. It is hilarious. I don't know if all of her videos are comedic or not, because I don't know her, but I plan to go back and check to see what she's got on her site, just to see if it's any more funny stuff there. But that was hilarious. Tiffany I was hand sewing some more blocks. Didn't even see the notice till just now. At least you're keeping busy, girl. It's busy, but don't overdo it though. But at least you're keeping your mind off stuff. So do what you can and rest when you should. I changed my bobbin, but forgot to take the indicator light off. Woo, we're getting close. Yes. What time is it? 1:57, so we're about an hour in. Green over here. Vicky says she used to order from thousands of boats all the time. I stopped when I got lots of fabrics and then tried out other stores as well. Kim is hand piecing too. Tiffany is in bed. That's good. Taking breaks. Watching television. Okay, get your little self back there. I was on your live yesterday, Tiffany. Kim says, I have a bunch of hand sanitizer from Bath and Body Works. Bought it a couple years ago on sale. Stocked up. Yes. Yes. I don't know if I'm missing some second green pieces, but I got, I think, 4 extra pieces down here. Let's see. Maybe I just cut more of those. We'll put the grass. No. We'll put that one. Gotta turn them all the same direction now. That seems to be complicated. Okay, I think I'm finished. We'll see. Make sure I pull that first one off with my colors. And then I've got quite a few extra pieces because I threw in some extra fabrics just in case I got to the end and would have been forced to use duplicates. And I will probably put those, use those in one where I make them scrappy. But I gotta make sure everything has 4. Yeah. Ah! Look at that. That's a duplicate. Right on the edge. And I'm going to go ahead and take it off since I see it and it's on the edge. Just as punishment. No, I don't like ripping. Okay, now that I got you started without pulling it all out. Goodness gracious. That is my pet peeve, is ripping. And I can go a good long time without doing it, but I've done it, I think, in every one of these videos for the pineapples. Told you all I can't talk and sew, apparently. I kind of get distracted when I'm doing videos because I'll forget that I'm doing the video and just stop talking. It's like, no, you can't stop talking. You got to keep doing it. All right, put you back. And we'll get this green one that I pulled out the last time that was a duplicate. No, that's the wrong spot. But I do have another green one. Just like that in the next size. Woo! 1 step forward, 2 steps back. have a Canon does everything. I like it. That's from Cheryl. So she's giving you a recommendation for printer. Sin says, I bought an Epson ET2720 because it's wireless and no ink cartridges. Oh, wow. Now I have to look into that. No ink cartridges. Hurry up, write that down. Put it on the front here. So I can check it out. 2720. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Linda Griffith. Hi, Linda. She says, just got here. Hello to everyone. Cheryl says, most of the same look like a piece of ink. Look at the price of ink and get the lowest cost. You are correct, because ink is expensive. They sell you a printer dirt cheap. And then you spend $100 on each ink cartridge. And they're all separated. I have to look into that inkless one. I have, like I said, I haven't bought one in 5 years, and that definitely wasn't out 5 years ago. Trying to see if I, nope. I was trying to see if I had pressed those blocks, and I have not. Vivian Calvi is here. I didn't know, I don't remember reading her name. Kelly says that K Pure video really is hilarious. Yes, it is. If you have not seen that, you need to see that. So we're here now. We just need the corners on. And on the green, we put the lighter half square triangle. So that's what I'm going to do next. I don't think I made extra of these. We'll find out in a minute. Linda says, I love the progress T has made on the blocks. Thank you so much. I'll be glad to get them done. Cheryl says, printer prices are a rip-off. Sometimes it's cheaper to buy a new one instead of buying the ink. You got that right. Mine's, my printer still will come on. My software will still talk to it, but it's not printing, even though I can change the cartridge. So something's off with the print head, and they're just not worth fixing. Even if you like it, it's just not worth fixing. That's when you really get taken to the bank. And I just been ignoring my inkjet printer being out. And I did like the Epson ink because it was an inkjet that it didn't smear if it got wet. And I don't know if other companies have come up to that now. That was one of the reasons why I bought that printer. You could, you know how when you have inkjet and you get it, a little moisture get on it and it would smear your ink? This particular one did not do that. So when I was printing my patterns on it, I didn't have to worry about people's patterns, you know, messing up. It would always stay nice if it got a little wet from their coffee cup or something. Now I print them on my laser printer. I'm printing everything on there. But then after that, like, I'd say about 2 years ago, I bought a laser printer just to print my patterns. And, yeah. I'm printing everything on it. And I'm really used to laser printers anyway from my job. We had the best of the best. Because we printed, you know, we had clients and we were always printing for medical records and the reports and stuff. So we had like a contract with a print company where they replaced them every so many years. We didn't even have to do anything. Same thing with the copiers. You never own them, so therefore you don't have to pay the repairs and all of that. They take care of all of that. Linda says she's trying to catch up on the comments. You guys are too funny. Yes, they are. I said them comments sometimes have me cracking up. And it just depends on who's in here as to how wacky they get. We got Vicky Lemire and Vicky Robles. Those two are really funny. And then if we get Diane 57 in here, it's really off the chain, and we don't want to talk about Eric. Kevin, he can lighten up the comment section too. Rose Wall says, remember to click the like button. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate that. Thank you to the people that are here also with me today as I'm sewing these blocks. I'm sewing the corner triangles on now, so the goal here is to get them finished. And then I can chat with you all towards the end, and then I don't have to worry about sewing anymore. We got 18 more seams to go. After this one. Something like that. I think it's less than that because I already did double corners on some. I know at least 2 of them I did. See, these 2 are all done with the red corners on the green. And we've got to do these 4. I love seeing the end of piecing. I hate putting up a project where I'm piecing. I want to get all the piecing done. I don't have to have borders on it, but I at least got to get all the piecing done before I can put it away. I don't want to come back in the middle and try to figure out where I left off, and it's been 3 or 4 years ago. You can always just figure out a border. Which I have no clue what type of border I'm going to put on here either. Maybe I'll do a chisel border. Something with an angle. I don't know. My chisel is, I don't know if I've got a 3-inch by like 1.5-inch chisel. I have to see if I've got one in any of my Go Cubes. Because my 3x6 is too big for this. It's too big. Needs to be 1 inch or 1.5-inch finish. Alright, look like we got the triangles on the green side. Now we got to do the teal sides. And then at some point, before next time we come live, I need to press all of these with a heated iron. Okay, we're going to be putting on the darker. You probably can't see much difference on the screen, but they're a little bit darker than the other ones. So we'll start with this one. They're getting so big, I have no place to put all of this stuff. I think what I'm going to do is move this stuff, because these are just my extra pieces. Not too many. I'm just going to plop that over here until I finish. This fabric was with my purple quilt that I didn't use. We'll put those into a container. They just really go down there. And I can press this stuff and put it up on top now. Running out of room, they're too big. So this is what we have. 2 corners are missing. The reds. And by saying, she says, I can't sit up, making pain worse. See you next time. Hope you feel better. Ooh, your blocks are beautiful, T, from Peggy. Thank you so much. I have done so much on, I don't know why I've done so much on this quarantine, and I'm always at home anyway, so, but I think since I think it's because I can't sleep as well. And so if I can't fall asleep, I've been just getting up doing something. So I think that's what it is. But I've done a whole lot. I got to do one more. I got to start working on the sew along that I want to do. So at least I'll be one step ahead of you or something. But then I started this, so I want to get this done too. Okay, let's get this one off, and then I think that's the first one for the dark red, the darker red anyway. I wish I had this fabric a little bit lighter when I was picking it, but I'm like, just use what you got. We're not buying anything. I have this fabric in so many different colorways. And pulling stuff out. Don't want to use stuff because I want to put that in something I know it's going to be pretty in. It's like, no, just use it. If it's not pretty, oh well. You got more fabric. I got more fabric than I'm going to use in my lifetime. Especially if I keep making scrap quilts. So it's nice having a spot to put stuff. I'm not used to them being up there now. I feel like I want to go back there to get them. I don't see them on my desk. I am so glad to see the end of these pieces. I sure hope I got enough. I only got 3 pieces right here. I don't know if they got lost somewhere. Still got this one. There's no red on that board. Maybe the fan blew them somewhere. I think I'm short. Because I haven't started on the second side yet. I don't think. And I only got 2 pieces. 1. Yeah. That's 2. Yeah, the fan must have blown my pieces. We will not be finding that anytime soon. Probably blew them back over in the corner over there. So I got 2 out of 6 pieces for this second side. And I'm thinking it's this way because the fan is going in that direction. So, Yeah. And they were in the front. That they were, you know, so they really had to be flying. So maybe I got some other pieces somewhere too. Alright, let me just get up, lean over, take a look. 1, 2, 3, probably 4 with the one on here. Yep, missing 4. And I'm still in my pajamas, guys. Trying to look on the floor. I don't see them. Okay. Let me get the fabric and cut some. They'll show up then. I have no idea. Just had to go back to the long-arm room to get this. Weird. It could be in one of my masks. Okay. That's not, I don't want a long ruler. That's not what I'm trying to do either. Okay, my other ruler's in the other room, I take it. Let me get some water. Because we're having issues. I guess I'm going to have to use one of these small rulers because I'm not using a full length. We'll just cut a corner out. We'll just cut this corner out 3 inches. And now cut it into 2 7/8. And I think that's what I have, minus the dog ears. Right there. I think I just cut it 2 1/2, 2 3/4. I did not cut that 2 7/8. See? See what kind of issues I'm creating for myself?
Call from FMO.
That's the AARP of Missouri. They can leave a message. I gotta recut my fabric. Woo! I cut a 3-inch square and then went and cut it 2 3/4 instead of 2 7/8. Okay, try this again. We're cutting another 3-inch square. It's a good thing I didn't take it back. And the fabric is doubled, so I'm actually cutting 2. Okay, Teajuana, 2 7/8. I'm talking to myself now. All right. And then cut it diagonally. And I'm gonna see if I can trim the dog ears. Just do it. Just so I don't have to be looking at them later. They're not perfect. I've seen 1/4 of an inch long enough to be in the neighborhood. So these two are sewed. It's the 4 up there. Put this back, because you're just in the way. Alright, put the cell phone back. I'm sure you all got lots of comments in there now. Look, and then I cut 2 7/8. This is, I'm thinking it's a 2-inch corner. It's not. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me measure. I don't know how to measure. Let's see. Ruler back out. I guess I'll be using this in my little project I'm working on, other pieces. Okay. So these dog ears are already off. See what this is measuring up to. Gotta put the ruler on right. Oh my gosh. It's 2 7/8 with the dog ears off. So I'm wondering if it's 3 1/4. Let's try 3 1/4. Yeah. Goodness gracious. It's rough being Teaquilts. Okay, I'm gonna cut 3 1/2 because I'm not coming back. 1, 2, 3 1/2. Okay, that's what we're cutting now. It's 2 3 1/2 inch squares, and we're just gonna cut them once diagonally. We're gonna leave dog ears on. And we're just gonna trim it after the fact. Now, because my other piece was only cut at 3 inches, I gotta just ridiculous. That's why I like die cutting, guys. But my die cutting machine's all the way in the back that I cut this on. I actually used the electric go to cut these, so it's in the back. I gotta get to the right side of this ruler. This is a square up ruler that I shouldn't be using for this purpose, but I am. So we're cutting it oversized now. I think. I hope. Okay. Now I'm at the point where I had to fold in the fabric. And it's giving me trouble. Like, come on. Just being rude. So I went like 1 step forward and 15 back this time, right? Goodness. And now I got to do the whole find the center thing. This is why I like die cutting, because I don't have to do this fold stuff. Fold that one way, fold this one the opposite, so that they line up in the middle. So the points at the corner, the corner's in the right spot. I did cut it oversized, but that's fine. I wanted to make sure this time. All right. Goodness gracious. I'll read your funny comments in a minute. I'm going to get these sewn before I make another mistake. Got 2 more. I'm folding one where the right sides are together, then fold the other one where the wrong sides are together, and then the seams will match where I put that fold. This is the piece that's curled up. Last one. Wrong sides together on this one. Right sides together on this one. And we put this together. Last seam on the blocks. Just gotta do some squaring up now on the corners. I'm gonna cut this machine off because we're done sewing. Just gotta press some corners out and then trim up these 4. Okay. We'll start with this one. It's 2:29. Time flies when you're having fun. That took a lot of time to fix all these mistakes from the ripping. It was like 150 something. So this is our blocks. The next set of blocks are done. Again, I have to go press them on a real iron now. So that'll be my next step before we return. This one here gets trimmed. This one gets trimmed. Let you see how much over I am. So I probably could have cut it at 3 1/4, but I wanted to make sure since I had already cut it like 2 other times previous to that. So I was going to make sure that 3rd time was a charm. I don't know why I thought the corners were just 2 1/2 inch squares or 2 7/8, but that was not true. I never measured it, just assumed it. So this is one of those teaching moments. Do as I say and not as I do. Gonna turn this on the wrong side, square up these edges, and just trim off the excess. Got this dumb corner curling down. Okay, that's one. Should not be doing any cutting. This just lets you know that things don't always go how you intend. You know, people think that people that's been quilting for a long time don't have to rip, don't have to recut fabric. And I'm here to prove otherwise. Last one, and we've got our 6 blocks done for today. So that's that. Let me see what's in the comment section. Carrie is back. Vicky says the person's site that shows the 5 different ways to make bias binding without the bias maker is Create with Claudia. It could be Creating with Claudia, but I don't think so. Linda says it's the Brother MFC J995DW. I've had it for about 6 months and still haven't had to add ink. Wow. I'll look up some of these things because I just haven't even taken the time to search yet. I have never had a Brother printer. And I don't even know if I'm buying one now. I'm worried about a tree right now. But I'll write this down so I'll have it. Vicky says, I bought the Epson ET4760. And it also has a tank for the ink. I'm hoping we can fix the other Epson we bought, but we didn't have it. We did have it a lot of years. Lisa says, that's the tutorial I saw. Thanks, she's telling to Vicky. T, your pineapple just keeps getting better. Yeah, until I start making mistakes. Thank you, Lisa. I'm still working on my blocks for our block swap. That's Carrie. Oops, I have a little over half done of the 49 that we need. 50. Send 50, Carrie. Kelly says, love learning of quiltings I haven't heard of, especially if they blog posts, do videos. Thanks, Vicky. I'll check it out. Kim says, at T, as the marine quilter says, it's just fabric, it's just thread. Yep. Peggy says, losing parts. I hate when that happens. Yeah, and I know that it's just been sitting up here since we started this. What, has it been about a week and a half now? Because we're on our 4th one. We started on a Saturday, went to Monday, did a Saturday. That was 1 week. So yeah, we're about a week and a half. And so it's just been sitting up here and they just must have blown somewhere. Have no idea. Linda says, when I can't find pieces, they're usually on the floor. I'm thinking that they're back over there. I've got another little cart down on the underside of my desk, and I'm thinking that they may be over there because I don't see them on the floor right here. Brenda Foley says, hello from Louisville, Kentucky. Hi, Brenda. Welcome. Diane 57 showed up. We were talking about you. We said we got both Vickies in here, and now we got Diane. There's no telling what's going to go on in this comment section. That is too funny. She shows up. And Vicky says, I love the colors you've chosen for these blocks. Thank you so much. The colors I chose, I was trying to not do an extreme jump in color from the opposite sides, like using teal with orange or something like that. So I was trying to use teal with green, and I don't know if in the final quilt layout if it's going to work, but I like it, and if not, it's just a green pineapple quilt. Because I'm sure if it doesn't read, if you can't read the teals will start reading as greens, but I hope it works out. Peggy says, good to talk to yourself to keep yourself straight, laughing out loud. Yes, when I'm making all these mistakes, I'm like, I better start talking to myself. Brenda Foley says, Tiffany recommended this site with her scrappy blocks. Well, thank you. Tiffany just left out. She didn't she just leave because she needed to lay down? But thank you for coming over here. I appreciate it. We come live. Our normal chat time is Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I've been doing some extra live since we've been quarantined. Been coming on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. for the West Coast people. And then 1 o'clock p.m. for a day session as well on Mondays. So these are extra. Tiffany used to do a lot of lives, but she's just not up to it right now. But she'll be back doing lives when she's feeling better. So. Cheryl says, time for a break. Yes, it was time for a break, but I want to get it done. I have a goal, and I like to get my goal accomplished before I stop something, so. And Peggy says, T, I wouldn't be laughing right now. I'd be saying something not nice. Yeah, I've learned that's not going to help me, so I try to still stay on the positive side, even when I'm screwing up. And Diane go, how much wine will you have today? None. I just had the wine Saturday night. None. T, when you placed your orders for the Filthy Fiddlers, do you remember how long it took to receive them? It took 2 weeks for me to get it from the time that I ordered. I actually got it. I ordered on a Thursday, and I got it 2 weeks from that on a Wednesday. So almost 2 weeks exact. Kim says, T, at least if you talk to yourself, you're getting sound advice. You got that right. And Cheryl says that it took hers 2 weeks as well. I don't think that company was ready to mess with us quilters. When you gonna let us in, we'll come on in. Diane says, it's afternoon. Go ahead, have some wine. Lisa says, remember, it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. Have the wine. Kim says, I love to cook with wine. Sometimes it even makes it into the food. Yes. I have a pineapple ruler I've never used on my bucket list. Go for it. At least try it out. Make a test block or two. If you don't like it, at least you know you tried it, and there's other techniques that you can use. So that's the nice thing about the pineapple, is so many ways you can make it, from paper piecing. There's so many different template rulers out, and then I used Teaquilts die cutting. That's why that logo is on my video. These girls now in here talking about the wines. We talked about wines on Saturday night. I'm not going to read all of those. Thanks, Kim. She's saying that is beautiful. Vicky says, I moved from Sutter Wine area of California above Sacramento. I moved from the Sutter Wine area of California above Sacramento. Lion 2211777 is here. Cherie says, my daughter is sleeping in the sewing room and will not leave so that I can quilt. Any suggestions? I can't move the bed. One of my very close girlfriends has a winery with her husband, and they bought some small strip malls and have tastings. She gets some of her wines from my son. That's pretty cool. Y'all trying to get me to drink wine? Nope. No wine today. I'm drinking water. And Rose is asking about the printer with inkwell. Does the ink dry up if you don't use it often? I think that's what happened with my inkjet, because I wasn't using it every day. And sometimes it might have been a whole month if I wasn't printing any patterns or anything. So I think that's what happened with my print head. It's probably got dried ink all over it. I tried cleaning it, but that didn't work. And let's see if anybody else has help. This is Raquel Pittman, says, first time here, glad I found you. Well, welcome. This is an extra chat we're doing today due to the quarantine. We actually are live on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then I also been doing an extra one on Saturday night at 9 p.m. And that's where I've been drinking the wine. So welcome to the channel. I got a lot of videos for new people on various different topics. If you're looking how to best make crumb blocks or string quilts, I got a lot of quilt block videos. Show you how to do stack and whack as far as how to select fabrics for stack and whack. How to cut for stack and whack, and even how to sew the blocks. I don't show you how to put them together because I want you to go buy the book to support the artist. But I'm so detailed that if you really are paying attention, you can kind of figure out how to put those together. But I have a lot of topic videos. Lisa, oh, she's talking to Kelly, so I'm going to skip it when she says for somebody. And thank you, Diane, Vicky, for welcoming Raquel. And Diane said she came in because her ears were burning. We were talking about you. Do you have issues when you drink white wines? I'm not really a wine drinker. So I'm pretty sure she's not talking to me. Lisa says, tea is awesome and these ladies. Well, thank you, Lisa. We appreciate that. Cherie says, I'm a real drinker. I get a buzz from wine coolers, laughing out loud. Oh my gosh. Tiffany says, I'm here. I'm drawing up something. So she's come back in. You got Brenda. Thank you so much for sending Brenda over, Tiffany. Linda says, wow, I ordered the filties on Friday and they're coming UPS tomorrow. How did I luck out? Maybe they figured out a shipping system or hired some people, because I think when they first said that they were going to, because they are a company that only sells wholesale to people that make the vacuum filters and things like that. They're not, and so I think, or people that sell their filters, they sell to the wholesalers. So they've never just sold their fabric outright like that. So I think we just shocked them, and maybe they hired some people or figured out some shipping, because that's unusual for it to be coming that quick. I didn't even get notification up to a week, and the notification I got was that we're sorry, we're running behind. We weren't expecting the high volume of sales. That's what I got in a week, and then a couple days later, they sent me a tracking number, and it's saying it was coming. So you were lucky. And that's what Kelly is saying. She ordered hers a week ago and still haven't received word that it has shipped. And Vicky says she ordered on Friday too. She hasn't got a notice, so it's weird. Vicky says, I would never buy HP again. And I think that's my laser printer. And it's not one of my favorites. It seems like sometimes it has problems communicating with the network, where I have to go over there. It's telling me it's not connected to the network, and it is connected to the network, but it won't print. So then I have to go over there, cut it off, cut it on. Then it doesn't work, and I have to go to my computer, and then I have to like reload the stuff to get it to talk to the printer. And it's just a mess. So I don't think that I would buy that. So Cherie says, okay, it's filthy, not filthy. Yes, filthy. I'm going to order some today. I think I'm going to be out of mine. I've already just about used it up, and then I got these final ones that I'm going to do. I think I've been used all of mine up, and I wanted to try to make them on my long arm, but then I can't do that because if I do it on my long arm, I'll be wasting that material that I spent a lot of money for, and I don't want to waste it. So I think I'm just going to have to keep doing them the manual way as long as I'm putting in any kind of filters in them. Linda says, I tried to order their site tee, but they wouldn't take my PayPal, so I went directly to Quilting site to order. I tried to order. I don't know. That's where I went to order, was on Quilting site. I'm not affiliated with them. It was just a product that I like to use, and so I was just providing you all the information. So I'm not affiliated with them. Vicky says, I'm looking forward to making good masks for my family and friends. Yes, because I'm like, if I was going to make them, I really wanted them to, I wanted to feel at least like they were going to do something more than just wearing 2 pieces of cotton. Although they said that the 2 pieces of cotton fabric would protect at over 70%, prevent you at 70%. So that was pretty good. So I figured if I add a filter in it, it was going to protect even more, and if I added 2, then it was going to really protect even more. So yeah. I made my mail person a mask, surprised that person, and I got some mail fabric out, and every time I think I'm going to make them, then other people request them, and I haven't made them for my mail people yet, but I have fabric. I think it's Tim Holtz mail fabric that I plan to make some with. I put the mask in a baggie with a note. And Vicky says she's going to do that too. So was a lion person a spammer or something? I couldn't figure it out, so I just stopped reading the comments for that. Diane says she has a Canon. And Brenda says, I agree with you, T, on adding the filters. Got to be added value. Yes, I'm like, even if it's not giving me but another 2%, that's an extra 2% that I don't have to worry about. So, and Vicky saying she has the Creative Grids pineapple ruler. Peg says, we have a different delivery guy and rural mail carrier all the time. That's awesome. You guys do that. And Cherie says, I heard some people were using coffee filters too. Yes, I know some people were using that. And I wasn't sure how long it would hold up to the hand washing, so that's why I didn't want to put the coffee filters in, because I thought that was a great idea, except that I only have the small coffee filter, so I didn't have the large ones to actually cut it out to go over my whole mask. Okay, so I'm going to go up here, go back and find one of the comments for a lion, and then I'll just go ahead and hide this user on this channel. Okay, thank you, Kelly. Because I just stopped reading, because sometimes when I'm working and trying to read comments, and I feel like I may skip comments and I don't know what people are talking about. So if it's not a obnoxious, racist comment, then I'll go ahead and just let it stay. But if it's somebody just in here just to be in here, then I'll go ahead and block them. So thank you. And I couldn't follow the conversation because I didn't know what was going on. Diane says, I've had this one at least 4 years. My Canon printer, all in one. Vicky says, now people have to be able to breathe through the mask. Yeah, you do. You've always needed to breathe through the mask. And Yeah, and that, I don't know. I never tried the interfacing to see how breathing through the interfacing was because it was a non-woven interfacing. But I just didn't do it. Diane, you just unhid Lion. Let me go back and do that back again. I had already hit him, and Diane unhid him. So let me go back and find the comment. I'm scrolling backwards, guys. I got it, Diane. Because she's normally she right. I think she thought he was, it seems like he was like sometimes responding to what we said, and then I even said hello, welcome, and that's all I said because I felt like your user handle was kind of suspect. So yeah. But I got it hidden again. Vicky, where was I at? Hold on. Brenda says, I have used Pattern Ease as filters. That would probably be good too. Pattern Ease is what you use sometimes to make patterns if you're resizing a pattern that you have, or if you're creating a pattern. For those that know how to create their own patterns, they use Pattern Ease. Vicky says, I'm always printing things, so I hope the ink doesn't dry up. The cap is on pretty tight. Cheryl says, I make my mask so the filter is removable. And that's good too, but when I was reading about the air filters on Quilting, because I was concerned if I sew it inside, they were using garden hose to clean out the filters that you use in your home. So I figured if they're using a garden hose, on my note that I put into my packages for people, I just told them that I recommend you hand wash and hang to dry. So that way that filter will last long. And then I also did a wash test with detergent in my sink hand washing so that I could test it out. And it had the same texture and feel. It didn't change at all. And that's the only reason I recommended it to you guys, because I don't want to recommend anything and then you guys go buy it and then it doesn't work. So I did test it before I put it into my first mask. And Vicky is also saying this Quilting filters are washable inside the mask, so I'm not doing the opening for another filter. And that's why I did not do, I wanted to keep with the rectangular mask because they were easier to cut, easier to sew, and it just helps. And I thought I read back here somebody else, Lisa says, I bought 1/2 yard of polypropylene, not ordering the Quilting for that reason only. It's good stuff though. And you can breathe through the Quilting, and it's not a chemical in it that's harmful like some. You have to be real careful on which one of those products you do buy. So I did my research before I actually bought it. I just had to do that wash test so I knew if it was going to tear up when I was washing it. And I even rubbed it together and everything. I mean, I just had a plain piece, so it was rubbing right against itself. And I even let it sit in some hot water to see if it would change. I think my husband's coming home. It must be almost 3 o'clock. And yeah, so that's the only reason I recommended them. I don't make any money off of that. They don't know anything about me. I just done that because I felt like you all might want to have that information if you were making masks. And I felt like for me, that was the most protection I was going to get. And I did appreciate the protection of the polypropylene as well, because I did a test with that. And if you use polypropylene, I flicked water on it and the water would not go through. So I felt like if you were next to somebody and they were spitting, that you had time that it wouldn't go through the mask, that you could get that mask off, get out of that area, get the mask off, and then you would still probably be safe. But it would also wash. The water would go through it and it would get wet so it can be cleaned, but it wouldn't go through right away. So I felt like you were buying time with the polypropylene. So that's why I put those in my first mask. So when I came across Filty filters, I was like really impressed, and I was like, I'm gonna use that one. So, and now I'm for my family. When I'm making it for my family, I put both of them in there. I put a polypropylene layer and the Filty. And I think that was Lisa that said she uses 2 layers of the polypropylene. And she bought it by the yards. I'm cutting up bags that I got that I'm not using. And I did find in my back room where I do paper crafting, I found all the bags that I couldn't remember where I had put. I think I had them in my long warm room. And then when I got that system installed, I had pulled all that stuff out so that they could install the computerization on my machine. And I think I moved it and then forgot where I put it. But I did find the big bag of free bags that I've collected at all the quilt shows that I will be cutting up to put into these masks. So, but making the mask so that the filter is removable is actually an awesome idea. You still got to wash the mask and you still got to wash the filter. So it's still a great idea that they can come apart if you want, or you can put more in if you want, because I know some people were putting in a filter and putting in like paper towels and stuff like that, or additional coffee filters. So yeah, I think it's a great idea. I just didn't want to do the work. I was lazy. I didn't like making the mask, and so I was trying to find the easiest, quickest way for me. Oh, Vicky said she wanted to see what Lion was saying. He didn't say anything, but it was like he was protesting something, like saying what? And nobody was really talking to this person, whoever it was. So so that's why she unhid him. Okay. Vicky says, I have some of the non-woven interfacing and I just iron. And how is it to breathe through it, Diane? That's what I didn't know. I think I wish I would have ordered more. That's Vicky. Yeah, I ordered just a small 22 because I didn't know what I was going to get. And it was about 22 inches wide, 3 yards or so. So I felt like it was 24, so $25, $24.95, something like that. 3 yards or something for $25. It was so $8 and something per yard. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Just got to remember, this is a company that's selling to large manufacturing, large retail stores, and they're not used to selling something by a yard. So it wasn't bad at all. Brenda says, very nice live. Gotta go. Thanks for making me feel welcome. You're so welcome. Hope you come back, Brenda. No, I didn't have a link to Filty. I should have contacted that company, but I did not. I just said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this for the good of mankind and just get this stuff and get it made and get it done. So, and Diane says her husband doesn't like the filter. I actually love it, and I got the polypropylene in mine too. I love both of them. I like all of them. I can breathe through the same. It's just that they're different thicknesses. But she says that the non-woven interfacing is fine to breathe through. And Vicky also gets concerned about being able to breathe through the mask. So let me see what my sister is messaging me about. Oh, she's sending me a video. She must not can't put this one on Facebook or something, so I'll have to deal with that one later. I thought she was trying to contact me and knowing that I was live or something. Hold on, I'm just checking one notification here. Okay, it disappeared. Okay, I might have to go back and find it. Oh, it was in mail. I'm going to the wrong place. you know, I be trying to make sure that nothing is important. Okay. All right. So I don't have a whole lot more to add. We got our blocks done. I guess I go tell my husband hi. Let me make sure. I got to go back into YouTube because I closed everything. Bye, Vicky. See you next time. We're going to be ending just because it's been our 2 hours. I try to do 2 hours on these sewing chats, so I get a chance to sew, and then you all get a chance to I get a chance to chat with you all as well. I see Virgie is just coming in. She's saying my hello and goodbye to you and everyone. Hi, Virgie. Thank you, Kelly. She says not only done, but they are beautiful too. Well, thank you so much. Cherie says, I went to Walmart on Saturday and there was no fabric. I took a picture. Amazing. Wow. And I know that there was some lady that I was telling you all about that had made thousands of them. I can't remember if it was 2,000 or 4,000. She was just exhausted. I took a picture and put her on my personal Facebook page. But she was exhausted making so many masks. I said she had to use her whole stash. She was, and it's some people, you know, that don't have a large stash, said that they have used their stash, and they're kind of glad because now they get to go out after all this is over and go buy new fabrics and stuff. So, but I don't think if I made even 4,000 masks that I would be out of fabric. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and end so I can go say hi to my husband. And I will see you all Wednesday, 7 p.m. And I guess Wednesday I go to the post office just to make sure that blocks haven't arrived, because I haven't been to the post. I went to the post office to drop off some cards. I had a couple people in my quilt guild. One was in my, well, they were in quilt guilds, various quilt guilds. 2 of them had somebody pass, and 2 of them had birthdays. So, but I'll see you all next time. Stay blessed, and if you go out, make sure you wear your mask. Bye, Tiffany. Bye, Janet. See you guys.